That'll do it for this edition of Geico Sports Night. I'm Chris Williamson. Make sure to have a lovely football Sunday. It's been a pleasure. Yankees looking to hold off elimination against the Astros in Game 6 of the ALCS. Chad Green starting for the Yanks in a bullpen game. Bottom of the first, no score. Yuli Gurriel lines a 3-run homer to left. His first home run this postseason. Yankees in a 3-0 hole early. Top of the fourth, the Yankees down 3-1. Gio Urshela drives one to deep right center for a solo shot. The Yankees trail 3-2. Top of the seventh, the Yankees down 4-2. Aaron Hicks hits a sinking liner to left. Michael Brantley makes a great diving catch, gets up and throws to first to double up Aaron Judge to end the inning. Brantley fired up. Zach Britton in for the eighth, trying to keep it a 4-2 game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Aledmus Diaz grounds to short to end the threat. Yankees keep it a 2-run game. Top of the ninth, Yankees down to their final 2 outs. DJ LeMahieu going yard. George Springer going back, leaps at the wall, and goes out for a clutch game-tying 2-run homer, his second this postseason. Take another look. Springer so close, but not enough. Ball just out of reach. Yankees tied at 4. Bottom 9, Aroldis Chapman looking to extend it to extras, but Jose Altuve crushes one to deep left center for a walk-off game-winning 2-run shot. Chapman is stunned. All he can do is smile. Altuve's second home run this postseason sends the Astros to the World Series and the Yankees home. Astros win the series, taking Game 6 by a final of 6-4.
The ultimate pain you can feel in sports. Just knowing all that so many put into it and just know how good of a club we have, to get back into it and then it to end that way is, I mean, it's hard and our guys are hurting, but I could not be more proud of them and the way they always compete, and it will serve us well moving forward when we get to the top of the mountain.
It's a failure, in spring training we talked about winning the division and putting ourselves in a good spot in the postseason, to win a World Series, and we came out short, and so it's no matter how many games we won the regular season or what else we did, the season's a failure.
We set out to win the whole thing, and to come up short, it's not a good feeling. At the same time, it's in a lot of ways it's been a very successful year, very positive year, but just not the ending we wanted.
And with that, we're off and running. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Geico Sports Night. We're going to get you right out to Houston and bring in our MLB insider, Andy Martino. Andy, this team had such a glimmer of hope after DJ LeMahieu's homer ties it up, and then it's snatched away brutally from them by Jose Altuve. What was the mood like in that locker room?
Bleak, Chris. I've been in a lot of losing locker rooms in October, just over the course of covering one postseason after another. And usually it's somber-ish, but these guys are all winners in life, right? You win the playoffs, you lose in the playoffs, you're all in the major leagues, and you're very successful, and they're usually able to put it in that perspective. This was different. This was guys crying, hugging, really upset. And I think that had to do with a couple things. I think it was, of course, the swing of emotion, which was very extreme at the end of the game with the LeMahieu home run and then the Altuve home run. They didn't know how to process that by the time we got in there to talk to them. They were still feeling it, I think, and trying to understand that they had lost the game. And then just what they feel that they'd achieved this year. It really was an impressive year on a lot of levels for a Yankee team that sustained a crazy amount of injuries. Aaron Boone coined that next man up phrase, which inspired his team, and they really bought into it. And they felt like they were capable of something special. I think in particular after they won that last game in New York, and Paxton pitched well, and they bounced back from that awful effort in Game 4. And they still felt like they had something special to achieve here. And so to be around these guys 10, 15 minutes after it was sinking in that they weren't going to achieve that, it was as raw and sad and emotional as I've probably ever seen in an October clubhouse.
Yeah, just a brutal loss indeed. Now, how much of a disappointment with all the expectations that they had this year, winning 100 games and not making the World Series for yet another year? How much of a disappointment is it for this franchise, Andy?
I think the franchise probably feels like they're going to be okay. The Yankees are very process-based. The fans are obviously in another mentality right now, and I imagine the Yankee fans that are watching are beside themselves, and rightfully so, because the emotional roller coaster was real for all you out there as well. And then you haven't been to a World Series in 10 years, the first time since the 1910s that the Yankees have spent an entire decade out of the World Series. So that's not fun for the fan base. The franchise itself, though, to your question, Chris, I think believes that they're in a good place, that they've developed talent that can sustain a winner for a long time, and they wish they hadn't run into the Astros era, certainly. But the Yankees aren't going to feel like they need to make any dramatic changes or do anything to change the course that they're on. I think they feel overall good about the health of the franchise.
All right, Andy Martino, thanks so much. Now for more on the Yankees in Game 6, here's Doug Williams.
Chris, thanks so much. Here alongside Mark Malusis, John Harper, Anthony McCarron. Incredible game. I would have walked Altuve, but let's not talk about that yet. Number one thing, Moose, and I'll ask you guys all the same question that stood out to you from tonight's loss specifically.
I think the guts the Yankees showed. I mean, listen, the Astros are a better team. The fact that they rallied, they fall behind early off the Gurriel home run 3-0, and then they make it a game. They didn't fold up the tents like you saw in that disastrous Game 4 performance at Yankee Stadium. I think they showed you a lot of tenacity. This is a very mentally tough team. They went through a lot of the course of the regular season. It's a brutal loss. It's a gut-wrenching loss. But I think in this game, they showed you the heartbeat of this team and what made them a special watch all season long.
Yeah, I think that's fair for sure. I mean, the Yankees were a lot of fun to watch, especially with all the injuries. But I think in some ways, this game kind of encapsulated the series. The Astros were better in a lot of ways, defensively, base running, even the pitching, as Chapman gives it up at the end.
Clutch hitting.
It comes down to the clutch hitting. I mean, really, the Yankees get the huge win in LeMahieu. But, we were talking about it on the show earlier. To me, Judge just did not do enough, and that showed up in this game as well, and it showed up in the whole series.
To me, the thing that I thought was really interesting was the fact that, we've talked all along about the Yankee bullpen and about how they were going to ride it, and this is the way October was going to go. The relief pitchers were going to be so important, and, they really ended up giving up a lot of runs. Their key relief pitchers who had carried them all season were a lot of the ones who gave up the runs in this game that ended their season tonight, which I thought was revealing. And it was interesting that a bullpen game, which was something they were comfortable with, and they got to the bottom of the ninth inning which is okay, I guess, pretty good. They still end up losing it.
Yeah, would you say that the Yankees season ended on Saturday night with the strengths intact? You went into this postseason thinking the Yankee bullpen is stellar. That's the strength of their team. And they score a ton of runs. They hit a ton of home runs. The fact that they were able to get to this point, they lose in Game 6, did you feel like the strengths that led this team through the regular season to a division title, a 100-win season, were still intact when their season came to an end?
I mean, not offensively, Doug, because there was so much. I think there was so much failure offensively, for their team, and I think there's been a lot of concentration on starting pitching in the Yankees. They need this, they need that in terms of that. But a few more big hits in this series, guys. And John, you mentioned it. If Aaron Judge had done a little bit more, I think we may be headed to a Game 7 and possibly even to a World Series with this Yankee team. And it's difficult for us to process it, too, the idea that they didn't get enough done on offense because we saw them rampage through Major League Baseball on offense all year.
Yeah, I think that's what, to answer that question, Doug, when you hit 300 and some home runs, that's the strength of your team, and then it doesn't really show up in the postseason. That comes back to the question we've had about this team for 2 or 3 years now. Can they change it, or can they get enough clutch hits and put the ball in play enough in October? LeMahieu made a big difference, as we saw, but not enough of a difference. So are they going to rethink this at all, or just hope that this offense just continues to evolve with guys like Torres and LeMahieu there now? But it is a big question for this team. Are they ever going to be able to hit in the clutch enough in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, too many guys in that lineup went cold at the wrong possible time. I mean, that's the other thing. And you could look at situational hitting, approach at the plate, attacking early, being a little bit too patient. I mean, and you can get to all the analytics of it all, but really you look at that lineup, too many big names, guys that you leaned on over the course of the year for large stretches of the season. Too many guys, when you look at the back of the baseball cards, have been, amazingly great hitters, went completely and utterly ice cold over the course of 6 games against Houston.
Well, here's the funny thing, Moose, because what we're talking about, if it seemed like the Yankees were a different team in the postseason than they were in the regular season, they were. they finally got healthy. They got everybody back.
Yeah.
The whole next man up philosophy had worked itself out. The Yankees lineup was healthy. You had your A lineup for the first time, it seemed like forever. And it turned out to almost not be what the Yankees needed. I'm not saying that Mike Tauchman would have gotten more hits than Edwin Encarnacion did.
Right.
Well, I think he would have.
Maybe he would
I don't think
have.
we're going out on a limb here.
But what you benefited from in the regular season, what you thrived through, went away, and you didn't actually benefit from that.
No, it's a fascinating point. It really is. And you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. But the thing is, the Yankees they're going to lean on those big names. So even with Stanton, and they remain remarkably patient with Stanton with that quad injury, and he didn't see any kind of action in Game 6, saw action in Game 5. He looked completely lost to the plate. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt. You look at an Edwin Encarnacion, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. I mean, the fact remains those are the guys you lean on. But you're right. I mean, you look at it in terms of situational hitting. They were the best in baseball with runners in scoring position. They hit a $171 in this series with runners in scoring position. It's not good enough.
And this team is built around Judge and Stanton. I still think Judge will get it done in the postseason at some point. I don't know about Stanton. He's here for 8 more years, but there's only so many things you can do to change the way this team is built offensively now. You got LeMahieu and you got Torres. You hope that can make a difference. I think Andujar's the guy that can make a difference, but where does he play? I mean, Urshela had a great year. You love his defense, so they got some decisions to make about next year and farther than that even.
It is crazy to think they were healthier than they were all year going into the playoffs, right? And you thought, wow, what a machine they were during the year. How much better can they be?
We should not have looked at it that way.
Right, and right. There was a secret sauce.
There's a ton of bad teams in the American League. That's part of it, too.
Yes, absolutely. And some of those guys were, and some of the regulars, some of the stars were feasting on those bad teams as well. But yes, it's a much different animal in the play. I thought it underscores also how difficult it is to win. Truly,
the Astros are really good.
And the Astros are a superior, super team, and it's really difficult to get through this labyrinth of a playoff system now.
We'll spin things forward in just a bit later on, but for now, Chris, back to you.
All right, thanks, Doug. Up next on the show, we will have much more reaction and analysis on Game 6 of the ALCS from Houston as the Yankee season ends in disappointing fashion in Houston. Plus, for the first time since Week 3, the Giants will be with the services of their star running back, Saquon Barkley, and he should play a pivotal role in whether the Giants get a win. A report on the horizon with the big game in New Jersey.
Geico Sports Night is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
She wanted a roommate who could help with the cooking.
But she wanted someone who loves cats. So we got Chris Walda.
Dinner's almost ready.
But one thing we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with our renter's insurance.
Yeah, switching and saving was really easy.
Drink it all up. Good.
Could use a little salt.
Visit geico.com and see how easy saving on renter's insurance can be.
Have you taken a body blow at work? If so, it's good to know that the lawyers at Pasternak Tilker are in your corner, ready to get you back in the ring. Whether you have a workers' compensation claim, personal injury case, or a Social Security disability claim, Pasternak Tilker, Ziegler, Walsh, Stanton, and Romano will fight for you tooth and nail. Call them today at 1-800-222-WISH. That's 1-800-222-WISH.
At Marvin, we make more than just windows and doors. We make fresh breezes and nightlights, relaxing retreats, open invitations, and peace of mind. At Marvin, we make windows and doors inspired by how you live, so you're inspired to live well.
Renew your view at Rings End.
Get your 2020 Mets season ticket plan today. Be here for all the biggest games. Choose from full season, half season, or 20-game plans. For a limited time, receive an authentic or replica Pete Alonso jersey with your purchase. Visit Mets.com/ticket plans or call 718-507-TIXX.
If you're in the market for the best deal on name brand winter or all-season tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. With New England's largest selection of name brand winter tires, Town Fair always has the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, at Town Fair Tire, you get the most free services for life. For your best deal on any name brand winter or all-season tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The storylines that have the New York sports culture buzzing through the lens of social media reaction.
Let's get the conversation started.
The Thread, presented by Citi. Weekdays at 5, only on SNY.
The back and forth between Kelechi Osemele and the Jets turned up another notch Saturday. The team fined the injured offensive lineman for conduct detrimental to the team after he would not suit up for practice. Osemele had stated he can't play because of the pain in his shoulder, but the team doctors cleared him to play. Now, the Giants are just one game out of first place in the NFC East ahead of their matchup against the Cardinals, and that's why getting back dynamic offensive stars like Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram mean a lot. For more on this upcoming battle, here's our SNY NFL insider, Ralph Vacchiano.
The Giants face a very crucial game on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, and it's crucial because it is a winnable game for them. Unlike the last 2 weeks where rookie quarterback Daniel Jones was up against two impossible defenses in the Patriots and the Vikings, this is a game where he should have a chance to move the ball. It makes it a little bit more of a showdown between Jones and fellow rookie quarterback Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick, who's starting to really put his act together with the Arizona Cardinals. Jones and the Giants need to win this game at home, though. They are 2-4, one game out of the NFC East lead, and really right on the edge of being a playoff contender. These are the games they have to win to do that, to get back to 3-4, to get them back on the winning track and get them some confidence going forward. They face an easier stretch of their schedule, and they're also getting some key weapons back. They'll get Saquon Barkley back. They'll get Evan Ingram back, and that should be a huge boost to their offense, even though they are still without Sterling Shepard, who'll miss his second straight game with a concussion. Jones will have no excuses in this one. If he's the quarterback that the Giants believe he is, this is the type of game he needs to win for them to really be considered a contender this year. With the Giants, Ralph Vacchiano, SNY.
All right, thanks, Ralph. Coming up, much more reaction and analysis from Game 6 of the ALCS. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A better grip, right when you need it. The 2020 Nissan Altima. Now get a low $199 per month lease on Altima.
He's my best friend as well as being my fiance.
It's been about 5 years now.
If I'm not with our son Eli, then Jefferson's usually looking after him. We just send quick pictures of what we're doing while the other person's working.
Sometimes I work nights, so it's just good to have snaps of the funny thing he does.
Fast.
You can't put wings on a car. You can't see an accident coming. Or walk away from one like this. You can't make a car talk.
How can I help you?
You can't fight gravity. And you can't make one of the world's best SUVs even better. Go on, tell us what else we can't do. The all-new GLS.
Are we ready to go?
Possibly the safest, most spacious, most Mercedes SUV ever made. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
Here's to all the neighborhood businesses. You're the first ones to open your doors in the morning and the last ones to close them at night. You're building something meant to last. People's United Bank is built to get you there. Our bankers can help with everything from cash management to credit and borrowing, because building a business shouldn't feel like it's you against the world, especially with us in the neighborhood. Learn more at peoples.com/small business or visit your nearest branch. People's United Bank N.A. What know-how can do. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Look who's cheap now. You are. And millions more just like you with cheapoair.com. Because when you spend less booking your flight, you're free to do more, see more, live more, and save more. So you can start planning your next adventure. Just download, click, or call and save on the best flights.
CheapOair.com.
Go ahead, be cheap.
A better grip, right when you need it. The 2020 Nissan Altima. Now get a low $199 per month lease on Altima.
All things New York sports, all on one site, only on SNY.TV.
The pitch is hit in the air deep down the left field line, and it is gone. It's a 3-run home run for Yuli Gurriel. Urshela hits one to deep right field. She's gone. Gio Urshela, the most happy fella. And it's gone. It's a 2-run game-tying home run for DJ LeMahieu. What a dramatic 2-run home run. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone to win the series.
Me sentía bien, gracias a Dios me sentía bien, fuerte, saludable y creo que lo que pasó en el juego que me dejaron al terreno, creo que no tengo que ver nada con eso.
No, not at all. You know, in fact, I felt strong, fresh, and ready to pitch. You know, being left on the field like that, we had nothing to do with that.
At this time of year, just one mistake, caution. It's that's a really good lineup. I know we kind of held them in check a little bit this series, but like I said, in big moments, and Altuve has come up in big moments his whole career. So, and he did it again tonight, and it's frustrating for us because we felt like we were, got the momentum back with the home run, and then bringing Chappie in. I think we always feel really good with him in there.
Welcome back as this Yankee season comes to a close. Doug Williams alongside Mark Malusis, John Harper, Anthony McCarron. Well, you heard Andy earlier in the show talking about the somber atmosphere in the Yankees clubhouse right after this loss in Houston. Here are some shots of Aaron Boone talking to his players. Luke Voigt, of course, who was left off the roster in the championship series, hugging all of his guys, clearly incredibly emotional after the loss. The swing of emotion, of course, there's Gio Urshela after the LeMahieu home run, to then lose on the Jose Altuve home run. And there you have it in the Yanks clubhouse. So Aaron Judge, after the game, called this season a failure for what happened. So, Harp, what has to happen now to ensure that that doesn't happen again?
It's not an easy question because, as we said earlier, I think the Astros are, they're a great team. They've grown up. They're champions now. They know how to win. They've got a couple of guys who really have produced in the postseason now, and that's what the Yankees need to do. We talked about it earlier about Judge. I think the Yankees need to make the obvious move, though, and get at least one more big-time starting pitcher if they can. That would take some of the burden off in some of the areas and maybe make up some difference in different ways against a team like the Astros. Whether it's Garrett Cole, who's going to cost you a ton, supposedly he wants to go to the West Coast, or if Strasburg opts out, or somebody like that. I think that's where you have to start at least because, look, they hung in there, but a big-time starting pitcher could have made a difference in the series as well.
Does Didi come back? I mean, they have a lot of actually unanswered questions coming up facing this winter. Doug, that's one of them. Chapman has an opt-out in his contract. I guess he said after the game that that's a conversation for another day, but that's coming up quickly for the Yankees, so there could be some changes here. Who's going to be their third baseman?
Just made a decision.
Right
after this game.
It never works that way in the sports media for the sports media business people. Forget about him. But yeah, there's a lot going on there. But I think John is right. For the big time #1 type starter would really help this team out because then they could step back from the bullpen heaviness, and we did a lot of hand-wringing over bullpenning and the extreme use and the extreme hooks for the starting pitchers in this series, and I wonder if maybe it had gone differently. We see with the two teams in the World Series, big-time starting pitching.
Yeah, I mean, Sabathia's gone. You got to make a decision about Brett Gardner. You mentioned Didi Gregorius. He's another one. Do you sign Didi at now 30 years of age? You move Gleyber Torres over to shortstop. How do you work Andujar? Do you trade Andujar coming off an injury lost season? What do you do with Clint Frazier? Dellin Betances is another name to throw into the mix in terms of a guy that maybe you never thought you'd bring back, but maybe now is a guy that you want to bring back into the back end of that bullpen. So there's a lot of decisions. I mean, Harp and Anthony hit upon it. I mean, they need to add another power arm, a guy to pair up or partner up with Tanaka, who's inconsistent in the regular season, but Paxton. But certainly there's decisions to make all throughout the roster in terms of what guys you're going to lean heavily on, what guys you want to pay, and that's it's going to be an interesting offseason for Brian Cashman.
Assuming this core group of guys stays together, Gleyber Torres, Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, is this good enough to one day win a World Series, this group?
Yeah, I think they are. I just think they got to make a couple tweaks here or there. I mean, I really do. I mean, listen, the Astros made a tweak. They added Michael Brantley. Brantley's a hell of a hitter, and they threw him into that lineup, and he's made a world of difference.
A couple big home runs by Judge, and maybe they do win this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they didn't play very well in this series, and they almost pushed the best team in baseball to a 7th game. Not bad.
Second time in 3 years, the Astros end the Yankees season in October. 6-4, the final on Saturday night. Game 6, the Yankees lose. Their season is over. More Geico Sports Night coming up in just a second.
Geico Sports Night is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
You realize your vows are a Whitesnake song?
I do. If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
We locking the gate, man. We gotta tap back in, bro.
It'll take physicality, aggressiveness, and relentless pursuit.
Every hit, every point, we gonna something for 60 minutes. Come on!
I mean, the effort from Le'Veon Bell is something.
Don't miss Jets versus Patriots on Monday Night Football. Get your tickets at nyjets.com/tickets.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker should go hungry, because with your help, we'll rescue and deliver 59 million pounds of nutritious food this year. So let's gather together to make someone's day a little more fruitful and a little bit sweeter, to give someone a fresher outlook and make someone smile from ear to ear. Let's dish out the love to nourish our city and its people. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. Help us feed NYC. Donate at cityharvest.org.
I do my best when I feel safe and inspired to learn.
I want my kids to have better opportunities than I had.
I wish we had classes like the schools across town.
I want to hold our elected officials accountable.
School boards transform communities. Speak up at yours and make your voice heard. Text SCHOOL to 225568 to find out how you can get involved.
We should have classes on how to be an entrepreneur.
I want to make a difference in my community.
Let's pay teachers like the professionals they are.
We need to prepare students for the jobs of the future.
School boards transform communities. Speak up at yours and make your voice heard. Text SCHOOL to 225568 to find out how you can get involved.
Geico Sports Night on SNY.
Hello and welcome to Geico Sports Night.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
We begin with the Jets.
Highlights of the Knicks and Clippers.
Another bad day in the Bronx.
Unseen at every sports event in town.
At Yankee Stadium. With the Giants.
From Madison Square Garden. With the Jets.
With the Mets.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. Only at SNY.
Get to New York sports here.
A battle of brothers at the Rock. Jack Hughes and the Devils facing Quinn Hughes and the Canucks. It's been a slow start for the younger Hughes, but the top overall pick finally gets that elusive first goal. It comes on a first-period power play. The Hughes family is overjoyed. They're like, that's my boy. Jack's first career goal makes it 1-0 Devils. Same score in the second. As the Devils power play expires, it's Alex Edler who springs from the penalty box, but Mackenzie Blackwood comes up huge on his way to a 25-save shutout. Jack Hughes' goal is the difference in a 1-0 Devils win. Islanders at Blue Jackets. First period, no score. The puck sent up the ice. Matt Barzal gets to it. He goes 5-hole and scores. Barzal's fourth goal of the season, 1-0 Islanders. Later in the first, now tied at 1, Anthony Beauvillier puts the puck on net, and Michael Dalcole is there to clean it up for his first goal of the season, 2-1 Islanders. But this game would go to overtime, tied at 2. Nick Leddy passed to Brock Nelson. He has an open look and scores. Nelson's fourth goal of the season. Islanders win 3-2 in OT. One update on the Mets manager search before we go. Carlos Beltran is expected to get a second interview for the job, according to our Andy Martino. Beltran's the only known callback at this point, so it appears he has the edge right now.